Before I get into how my husband walked onto a cruise ship with his mistress and found me already there with her fiancé, tell me in the comments, would you have exposed them on day one, quietly left and lawyered up, or stayed for 5 days of strategic chaos? Type your answer, then listen to what I actually did. It starts on a random Tuesday at 3:17 p.m. I'm at home answering boring work emails when my phone dings with a family cloud notification. Up pops an email confirmation from Paradise Cruise Lines, not addressed to me, just helpfully synced to our shared account like the universe hit reply all on his stupidity. Luxury suite, champagne package, couples massage, dates, the exact same week as his very important business conference in Seattle. And right under his name is hers, Vanessa. My hands don't shake, my coffee doesn't spill. It's like my nervous system switches into admin mode. Oh, we're doing this now. Cool. Let me open a spreadsheet. I'm still staring at the booking when my phone pings again. Same cloud account. This time it's a photo. Vanessa, young, blonde, teeth like a Colgate ad, posing in front of a mirror in brand new lingerie, tag still on. Caption, can't wait for you to take this off on our trip. Counting the days. Old me would have gone straight to trash bagging his clothes and crying on the bathroom floor. Instead, my brain goes, wait, I know this girl. Christmas party. My house. He needs his new director there. She shook my hand and smiled at me like, wow, you have no idea, do you? And then another memory hits. Charity gala, 3 months earlier. Vanessa loudly telling anyone with a pulse about her engagement, flashing a rock the size of my patience, talking about her June wedding to a tech guy named Bradley. So let's recap. She's engaged, she's buying cruise lingerie, and she's taking my husband on her romantic getaway. Cool, cool, cool. I sit on the edge of the bed, open Instagram, and type her name. Public profile, of course. Quotes about loyalty, God's timing, and wifey energy. Ma'am. Then I see him. Bradley, the fiancé, clean cut, Silicon Valley jawline, the kind of guy who probably says crushing Q4, unironically. His page is all founder humble brags until I land on one post. Heading on a solo trip before the wedding madness, time to clear my head and come back ready to start forever with Vanessa. The dates match the cruise exactly, so now we've got two cheaters, one cruise, and two very unsuspecting spouses. That's the exact second my anger turns into strategy. I pull up Bradley's company website, find his work email, and send this. Hi, Bradley. I think we need to talk about our respective partners and their upcoming Caribbean cruise. Attached is a booking confirmation that might ruin your day, but I promise it gets better. No emojis, just evidence. 3 minutes later, he replies, where and when? The next morning, we meet at a cafe. He walks in, spots me, and you can just see it. That look of, please tell me I'm wrong, and I already know I'm not. He sits down, no small talk. Show me everything. So I do. By the time our coffees are cold, we've gone from strangers to co-founders of Operation Sync Their Vacation. Not literally. I check maritime law. Sadly, very clear about the no pushing people overboard thing. That night, I pull up Paradise Cruise Lines myself. Deck plans, cabin map, availability, their little love nest, suite 1243, deck 10, starboard side, so I book 1245. Right next door. Suddenly, I'm not the devastated wife. I'm the event planner. Bradley and I agree on one rule. We don't cancel their trip. We attend it. Together. Fast forward to boarding day. My husband thinks I'm at home doing laundry and practicing forgiveness or something. He's in Miami with Vanessa, all sunglasses and sin. Bradley and I board separately, check into our cabins, and meet at a bar 3 decks up to watch. Later, on the cruise line's private island, we see them before they see us. One lounge chair, two liars. Her head on his chest like it's a rom-com montage. We set up our chairs directly in his line of sight and wait. He gets up to grab drinks, turns around, and we lock eyes. He freezes so hard I swear I heard his soul crash to desktop. I give a tiny wave. Oh, hey, weather's a little different than Seattle, huh? His face drains. Bradley strolls up behind me like the final boss in a video game. Sweetheart, I say, you remember my husband. Bradley, this is Vanessa, your fiancé, right? The entire beach goes quiet. Even the birds are like, oh no. He stammers out, this isn't what it looks like. Sir, it is exactly what it looks like. That was day one. We were just warming up. From there, we switched to polite psychological warfare. No yelling, no drink throwing, just presence. Breakfast, we accidentally sit 2 tables away. Excursions, we book every single one they're on. Formal night, we glide up to their table and say, the maitre d' said you had room. Hope you don't mind if we join. Their linen is working harder than they are. On a ruins tour, Bradley and I sit behind them on the bus, having the most cheerful conversation of our lives, while they sit there rigid, waiting for us to explode. We don't. We just keep being everywhere. Quiet revenge is so much louder. Then comes the talent show night. The ship is doing a passenger showcase and dance contest. Bradley and I sign up. Then we kindly volunteer their names, too. The lounge is packed. The director goes, let's welcome David and Vanessa, celebrating a very special relationship anniversary. Spotlight hits their table. They do not move, and that's when the big screen behind the stage lights up with security footage of their previous cruises together. Different ships, different ports, same 2 clowns, followed by Vanessa's engagement photo with Bradley, captioned, can't wait to marry my best friend. Date stamp smack in the middle of those cruises. The room goes silent. Then the whispers kick in. Live action subreddit. They bolt for the door. Bradley and I walk calmly up and perform a tango like the unhinged, fully coordinated duo we now are. And no, that still wasn't the end. Remember how hubby ran this whole thing through his company card as a business expense? Before we even set sail, I'd forwarded that Seattle conference email and the real cruise book into his company's ethics hotline. Bradley did the same with Vanessa's little habit of borrowing investor money from their startup. So on the last full day, the ship's PA system crackles to life. Would David last name and Vanessa last name please report to the purser's office regarding an urgent matter with your disembarkation documents? Translation: hi, corporate has entered the chat. They walk in thinking it's about luggage. They walk out looking like they aged 10 years. Company fraud, misuse of funds, conference that somehow includes a couple's massage, careers, smoked, reputations, overboard. And honestly, the sweetest part of all this wasn't watching their world collapse. It was realizing I didn't want them in mine at all. 6 months later, I'm on the balcony of my own waterfront condo. Divorce finalized. He didn't fight. Too busy begging HR for mercy. Cruise line banned him. Company demoted him. Vanessa? Her investors discovered a whole trail of creative accounting. She pled out with probation, restitution, and a wedding canceled so hard, even the caterer unfollowed her. Bradley and I never became a couple, which shocks everyone. We became something we both needed first, friends who get it. We grab lunch, swap life updates, joke about being platinum members of the Cheated On Club. One day he sends me a new cruise promo and says, what if we go again, this time with no revenge, no evidence folders, just 2 people reclaiming something? And for the first time, the idea of a cruise doesn't make my eye twitch. Because here's the real twist. Revenge was satisfying, but the real glow-up was building a life where they don't take up any mental real estate. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever gone from absolutely shattered to, oh, I am not the one to play with? Drop not just you in the comments and tell me what your turning point was. If you want a part 2 where I break down exactly how we planned this revenge cruise like a military operation, hit like so I know to film it. And if you're into unhinged but healing story times where we turn red flags into lesson plans, make sure you subscribe before you accidentally book the cabin next door and miss the whole show.